Welcome, 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 everybody. I am so grateful to be here with everybody. So, welcome back. We are back from our trip to Winnipeg. So, Winnipeg was so much fun. I just want to give a big shout out. Thank you to the Made to Grow community for having me as your keynote speaker at your incredible event. I had so much fun connecting with everybody. If you haven't checked out the Made to Grow women's entrepreneur community, make sure you check out the Made to Go project. They are exceptional and here to support one another. So, if you don't know me yet, I'm Heather Chapman, your self and business mastery coach. And here at Own It Empire, we help conscious entrepreneurs truly increase their impact, their profits, performance, and awareness so that they can leave the legacy that sets their soul on fire and actually create a positive impact on this world that helps us birth the new earth of unity consciousness. So I'm so grateful to be here with all of you today because today's tips and tricks is about overcoming your limiting beliefs. So let's first talk about what are limiting beliefs. That means we have to first talk about the unconscious mind. So your unconscious mind is basically your operating system. So for some of you, you may not know that we have an unconscious mind. So let's start there. You have a conscious and an unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is your mental programming. It's your operating system. It's your iOS system. And basically before the age of 7, you are a blank slate. You were conditioned by your environment, the people, places, and circumstances around you. And that created your operating system. So this operating system now that we have, we must live through. So when we point a finger at somebody, there's 3 pointing back at us. That's because when we're mad at somebody, it's actually a reflection of what we don't like about ourselves and them. Projection is our reality. Our reality is our projection. And this all comes from our filters in our unconscious mind. And this is where our limiting beliefs have been set. You have a belief about your self-worth. You have a belief about money. You have a belief about relationships. You have a belief about love. You have a belief about building a business. You have a belief about the economy. You have a belief about being a female. You have a belief about all the things, maybe non-binary, whatever you identify as. We have a belief that either aligns with what we believe or maybe doesn't, or what we're trying to do and maybe it doesn't. So this is what has us get stopped. So you may say, I'm going to be a 7-figure earner this year. This year, I'm going to 7 figures. But you have a mental filter that tells you no female before you in your family has ever even been a successful entrepreneur, let alone make 7 figures. So you can't do that because there's nothing in your realm of reality, in your operating system to show you the way, to have you have the mental filters to create that in your realm of reality, to bring that into your results. So we actually need to create new operating systems. So now you know you have an unconscious mind that you are operating from. And you might say, well, how do I know what my mental filters are? We look at our results in our life. Our results are an accumulation of our thoughts, feelings, and actions previously. What our results are where our dominating thoughts have been. There is no make wrong. You're not bad or wrong for where you are or what you have or what you've accomplished or what you haven't accomplished. It just is simply based off your operating system. And so what I need you to start to look and observe in your life is the patterns. What patterns are constantly showing up in your life that have you keep getting the same thing over and over again? Is it not enough time? Is it not enough health? Is it not enough money? Because our limiting belief systems show up as patterns. And if you truly want to be the author of your own story, you need to identify the limiting beliefs. You need to identify the patterns, which are your habits. You have thought habits and you have physical habits. And your physical habits are based off your thought habits. And our thought habits are based off our belief systems, and our belief systems are our filters in our unconscious mind. So if you want to change your life, you need to change your habits. If you want to change your life, you need to change your thinking. If you want to change your life, you need to change your limiting belief system. So how do we overcome it? Now we know what it is. Now we know we must observe the pattern so we can identify what it is. And then once we identify it, we need to use autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the spaced repetition of an idea or thought over time, the same way you were programmed before it. And our unconscious mind speaks in the language of emotion. So the more emotion you can put into your new belief systems, the faster you can transform them through autosuggestion. So autosuggestion, let's talk about how that works. I don't have enough time. We see the contrast. What do we prefer? I prefer having always more than enough time. So then we would focus, I always have more than enough time. I always get things done in a timely manner. Because unless we change the operating system, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll never have enough time. If you're always late and you don't change the operating system, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll always be late. And these are patterns that we have to consciously choose to rewrite. And there's new habits we need to consciously choose to keep doing over and over again. So how do we change them? One, we have to identify them, then decide what we prefer, and use autosuggestion to focus on the contrast. Number one. Number two, you can work with NLP practitioners like myself who actually help you go into the unconscious mind, use timeline therapy and hypnosis to actually have you rewrite those limiting belief systems and actually identify where they came from, because they might not be yours. They can be family members, generations passed along to you, past lives. And you have an opportunity now to transform this limiting belief for you and your family for generations to come. Because you will only pass on down what you have to your family and children. So it's time to change the cycle. It's time to break the cycle. So how do we break the cycle? The next tip is to generate new ideas. So we have to have new ideas that allow us to generate new thoughts. So remember I said your thoughts are a habit. And your thoughts that you have you have the same feelings, which have you take the same actions, which have you get you the same results, and then you have more of the same thinking, and it's like this vicious cycle. So we have to interject, break the cycle with a new idea. So I know we have people here who are watching live as well as catching this replay. Let us know in the comments below, what is a limiting belief that you would like to rewrite? What is the opposite, the contrast that you would like to focus on? And now, what emotion can you put into that? And what is a new idea that you can generate that will help you break the cycle of getting the same results over and over again? What if it's I'm turning my yearly income into my monthly income? We've helped people do that in our programs. What if it's I'm going to become the healthiest version of myself? We've helped people do that as well. What if it's I'm going to stop being an employee and be a successful entrepreneur? We've helped people do that as well. What if it's I'm going to scale my business and so that my business can run like a well-oiled machine with and without us? We've helped people do that as well. So what is the new idea? I love how Grant Cardone says, your goal needs to change the quality of your life. Otherwise, it's not going to excite you. And as Bob Proctor says, whatever you're doing with your life right now, you're trading your life for it. So I hope it's worth you. So it's time to take the time to do the inner work, to rewrite the results on the outside so that you can truly be the author of your own story. It's time to own your story. It's time to own your life. It's time to own your habits. It's time to overcome those limiting beliefs. And it's time to step into your greatness. Because 2022, people will either retreat and quit. And we only fail when we quit. There is no failure, only feedback unless you quit. Or there will be people who lean into their gifts and share them with the world and truly step into their greatness, leave a positive impact, and will be in an unrecognizable spot a year from now. So will that be you? I want to extend an invite for you to join us at our Co-Creating at its Best Masterclass. It is starting next week. This is something we are going to be doing regularly. And the sweet thing about it is that you can actually earn your ticket back. So it's only $49. And when you register, you will get a link to become an affiliate. And all you have to do is refer 2 friends and you will earn back what you paid for your ticket. So you will earn back half of your ticket for every friend that you refer using that affiliate link. And in this Co-Creating at its Best Masterclass, we're actually going to help you identify your current story that has you getting your current results. We are going to rewrite it and recreate a new story using exceptional exercises that are known to literally change your neural programming that is getting you your current results. And we're going to start to work with energy and quantum physics and metaphysics. And some people are like, yeah, amazing. And some people are like, what the heck is that? Well, we don't know what we don't know. And it turns out there is more energy than there is physical matter. And when we can start to work with that energy, we can truly become magicians and life can be much more magical. So it's time to start co-creating. No more victim. It's time to be the victor and be the author of your story and own your life. So come join us at the Co-Creating at its Best Masterclass. I will drop the link in the comments below. And you can also always grab all the information you need at ownitempire.com. We'll see you back for tips and tricks, and we'll see you at the masterclass. Expect magic and miracles, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, and own 2022.